All right, we're back again. This is Frank Demore, and today is April the 17th, 2012. I already gave one video about the coming Psalm 83 war. Now, there's another article that I want to tie in with my videos today to show you that the road is definitely being paved for this next war. As you see here, the map shows us here's Israel, the tiny nation of Israel, about the size of the state of Connecticut in the United States. And then Israel, we are told, when you go to my site, you will see all of the names, as I gave in my first video, all the names to the left are the nations that are going to be coming against Israel. And here are the modern day names. And obviously they're the Palestinians, the Hezbollah, the Hamas, the Jordanians, Saudi Arabians, those that are in the Gaza Strip, along with the Hamas and the Hezbollah, the Syrians, the Iraqis, going to be coming against Israel in the last days. And I've been saying over and over again, if you do research in my post, that I believe that when Israel goes after Iran, that there could be retaliation, and that retaliation could start the Psalm 83 war. Because the brothers, the Islamic brothers of Iran, people from all of these nations here, those Islamic brothers will come to the aid of Iran when Israel attacks them. Now I'm going to show you something that I showed in the news, or I just was privy to the news today, and this came out a couple days ago, April 15, 2012. And this whole article deals with the attack which they believe is going to happen with Israel attacking Iran's nuclear facilities because Iran will not stop their nuclear program. The headline, Israeli TV report shows that the Air Force gearing up for Iran attack, says moment of truth is near. And I really believe that that is definitely the case. Let me go down in here, give you a little bit of information about this. I'm going to blow this up so that you can see it even better. Just take a second here to get this organized for you. I think this is going to be important that you see exactly what they're writing. It says, a major television station on Sunday night broadcast a detailed report on how Israel will go about attacking Iran's nuclear facilities in the event that the diplomacy and sanctions fail and Israel decides to carry out a military strike. The report, screened on the main evening news of Channel 10, was remarkable both in the terms of the access granted to the reporter, who said that he had spent weeks with the pilots and other personnel that he interviewed, and in the fact that his assessments on the strike were cleared by a military censor. No order to strike is likely to be given before the PF+1 talks with Iran resume in May, the reporter Alan Ben David said. But the coming summer will not only be hot, but tense. In the event that the negotiations fail and the order is given for Israel to carry out an attack on Iranian nuclear facilities, dozens, if not more, planes will take part in the mission, attack and escort jets, tankers for mid-air refueling, electronic warfare planes, and rescue helicopters, the report said. Ben David said that the Israeli Air Force does not have the capacity to destroy the entire Iranian program. There will be no replication of the decisive strikes on Iraq's Ashkerak reactor in 1981 or on Syria in 2007, he said. The result won't be definitive, but a pilot quoted in the report said that the IAF, and this would be the Israeli Air Force, will have to ensure that it emerges with the necessary result with a short and professional assault. Now, David Ben said that if negotiations break down and Iran moves key parts of its nuclear program underground to its Qom facilities, the IAF is likely to get the order and set out on a long journey to Iran. And this is what I believe we should be watching for to happen, because it is apparent that Ahmadinejad from Iran is not going to stop trying to get his nuclear bomb. He's said it over and over again, and I don't know why they're giving this man more time to sit down and to get his bomb, because he's not going to stop building it. Now, going on in the article, years of preparations are likely to come to realization, he said, adding that the moment of truth is near, and it is coming. We know that by the signs. The birth pain signs are getting much, much stronger. Now, what I wanted to show, I'm going to skip down a little bit, go down here, and you'll see why this becomes important. It says the attack, the report said, would presumably trigger a war in northern Israel. Get this. With missile attacks presumably from Iranian proxy Hezbollah, which is named in the Psalm 83, in Lebanon, which is also named in the Psalm 83. There will be no tranquility and peace anywhere in Israel, Ben David said. Now keep in mind, when you read this, this is identical to what we see in Psalm 83. It's the same nations that he's talking about. But also keep in mind that Paul in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3 told us when they're talking peace and safety, that's when the sudden destruction will come. And I believe that that's exactly what's going to happen. Israel is going to have to make a move because the United States, under elect President Obama, who is favoring the Islamic side over Israel, he is not going to have a heavy hand with these people, and it's going to force Israel's hand. At least that's my view on it. And Israel is going to have to take care of their own business, which again is part of prophecy, Zechariah 12:3, where the Lord showed us in that prophecy that Israel is actually going to be alone in the last days. And it will be a curse to anybody that burdens themselves with over Israel or Jerusalem, and obviously the United States is doing that as well. But going down, it says, this could be the first full-scale war that the Israeli Air Force has fought in nearly 30 years, the report said. And the pilots had already been told where their families would be moved away from their bases for safety, the report said. So we have a report that shows us that while talks are going on, the Israelis are in practice getting ready to make a strike against the Iranians. And I personally believe that attack, when we see these planes going off, that we're going to see a repercussion, and that repercussion could definitely, I believe, in my opinion, would fulfill the Psalm 83 war, as all the Islamic brothers for the Iranian side, they would take it into their hands, saying, look what Israel did, let's get together and wipe out Israel, and that will be the fulfillment of Psalm 83. Now, in case you don't know, Israel will not be wiped out. They're going to say, these nations, that that's what they're going to try to do, but obviously we know from Scripture God isn't going to let that happen. Israel will win that war as well. You're going to see it soon. I really believe you're going to see it soon. Is it a matter of days, of months? But it will be soon, that's for sure. So with that, I'm praying that you'll understand and give your life again over to the Lord, because you're running out of time before the rapture of the church takes place.